Everything is operational. Salutations, class, and welcome back. It's been a very quick week, hasn't it? We're already here at Thursday, and once again, we will be resuming Inscryption that we played on Monday since, well, seems we have a lot more to discover in this game than originally anticipated. I can understand why it's had so much fame as of late, so I hope you'll join me in remembering that I had not yet set up the right scene. Quick, fix it. Still had it on dead cells, didn't I? So, now we resume. Was just playing Inscryption, having a tough time with the challenge run, but finally beat it. Wonderful news, James. I hope to have more of your guidance tonight. Huh, my sound's not working. Hold on, let's try that one again. Boot up the game one more time. I'm curious. People are talking about doing a run of this game, and I'm not sure if they're talking about just one little run from start to defeating our little game master guy, or if it turns out there's something much deeper going on and an entire run requires multiple playthroughs. And continue. There we go. Now my sound's perfectly working for me. Check our audio levels on the right here. And we are ready to resume. The angler's foul smell slowly faded as you continued on. Oh, yes, I know. Back into the snow once more we go. Sheets of icy snow battered your body as you fought your way up to a vantage point. The snow-covered trees jutted from the landscape like prickly, misplaced teeth. You continued on through the snow line. Can I look at my deck again? We look up for that, right? Alright, here we go. So we'll want to pass by a trader and trade off some of these pelts. I do believe that is... Which one was that again? Take a look at our deck again. I know most importantly, we have our Gek here who indefinitely recycles. Seems like a relatively okay rest of our deck here. Let's go ahead and try our path on the right. We have a relatively low-cost deck so far. It might be good if we got something buffed up a little bit. This will suffice. The decrepit woodcarver appeared before you. She moved with a certain vigor in spite of her considerable age. So squirrels either have flying or they have flying barrier. And this is elks, I believe, right? Nothing out of those effects that we really want a squirrel to be doing. Maybe flying blocker, but we don't have enough amalgams to make good use of it. Without another word, the woodcarver was gone. Onward and upward we go. have to deal with birds with detachable tails, huh? That's a bit of curious anatomy. Ah, my cat is harassing me once more. I shall let him out of the room, and then we will end our turn. What do you do? Not even 15 minutes into the stream, and he decides to disrupt us. Wow, not even 10! And the cat has decided to visit us. Let's see what we have going on here. Turkey Vulture is going to be evasive. Let's go ahead and draw one of our more important cards since we... You took the femoral, is that correct? My plan nears its moment of truth, but you must defeat him first. So, we'll need to take a picture of him at the end. I see how things are going to go. We can immediately sacrifice our Gek, I think. Let's go ahead and sacrifice him. Place our wolf down right here to attack the mole, who would have moved into the space anyway. And I'd like to get rid of that turkey vulture immediately, so... Squirrel. Gek. And place you here opposite the turkey vulture, which, now I'm just now remembering, will actually have it attack the tail, right? So many things to pay attention to that I keep forgetting, unfortunately. We do have plenty of cards, though. We should be doing just fine for a moment. Ah, Lewis, the uncontestable. Sacrifice our Gek and place you down here. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the Raven Egg just yet. Gek goes back down, and we should have plenty of damage going on to tip the scales back in our favor. This will suffice. The Gek does just as much damage as the elk would, so we will place them down, end our turn, and immediately get plenty of teeth. Gek attacks over there. We will sacrifice the Gek and a squirrel for our elk. Place you back down here, and Gek as always. The instant we get this card, we pretty much won, or at least gained plenty of advantage. Challenge runs are part of a side game mode that is in public beta. Ah! This game's still in development. They have so much more to show us then, looks like. I look forward to it. Trial of Wisdom. 3 sigils. For attack power combined. I'm not needing to read for him, am I? Trial of Health. I think most of our minions have enough attack power, so this should work. +2, +1, +3. The trial was passed. And now we make our choice. Burrowing ringworm, worker ant, or the alpha. Since we are filling up our board quite frequently, and we do have plenty of sacrifices from our Gek, I think the alpha might help us push just a little bit more damage. The decrepit woodcarver again, with her considerable age, as we keep reciting for ourselves. Ooh, What if we let our squirrels evolve? What then would happen? What a curious case we have here. Worth a look. Aqua squirrels. Interesting. We will need a lot of damage soon against that turkey vulture. Go ahead and place the squirrel here since it's free, and let's see what it evolves into. An elder squirrel with a decent selection of stats, at the very least. Take a moment and think. If we sacrifice a card for our guy here that does a lot of damage, we might need that attack basically as soon as possible. Or, of course, we could always look at our selection of items over here. We will definitely need to push some damage first. Sorry, Elder Scroll, but you are going to be blocked by the mole, so we need as much damage as possible up front to make sure we don't get attacked. See if we can draw that Gek. An excellent choice regardless. That will actually one-shot the mole, although the Raven Egg evolves in one turn. Sacrifice our squirrel for a stunted wolf, get rid of the egg before it becomes a problem. And so we lose a candle. There's the trapper there, but we are looking for the trader, correct? I can't remember which icon was the trader. Also, welcome, know you. I don't believe I've said hello yet. Let us proceed.
Ever since that defeat. Well, ye don't want to hear it. Cheaper prices. Enjoy. Take one.
Fine, I'll have a couple of golden pelts. Let's try to get rid of them soon.
Thanks for your patronage.
We could have gotten a mushroom slice on the other side. Ooh, deck drawing. Hold on. If we do that, we can basically always search for the gag.
When you looked up again, the ancient woman had vanished.
And on to our next fight. But be careful. Well, I think you already know what we need to do exactly. The alpha here will be buffing up the two fawns, so we need to be careful. Place you here as we can use you for a sacrifice momentarily. And first and foremost, we will want that Gek. Where are you? There's my boy. Essentially, we can draw two with the setup we have. I will actually place you here to tank the damage from the... Tank damage from the elk fawn over here when that turns to... Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll wait on the stunted wolf. Now, in this case, we're basically always going to want to try to draw a squirrel, since those, 1, will block some damage, and 2, allow us to search the deck. Let's go for... We'll have plenty of sacrifices lined up, and the elk will do 2 damage, which hits most of the minions on his board. Sacrifice. You for the wolf over here to get rid of the elk spawn. We're not too worried about the alpha on its own. Place... The elk fawn will move forward and attack the squirrel soon. So, sacrifice the both of you over here, place you in opposition to the elk fawn, which will create excess damage and should hit the one behind it. Gek goes here, and we will sacrifice you next turn. Wonderful setup. We'll be drawing basically only squirrels, as it lets us... Well, let's get a pack rat so we can get some bigger sacrifices out of the way. We can actually start focusing on a different deck structure. Yeah, we have one more trinket we can get. Since we do have the ability to search freely through our deck, we have a lot more freedom in the cards that we can do in here. We won't even have a problem with having a large deck since we're able to search the entire thing. We can start focusing on higher costing cards and setting up more defensive play. Draw you and... might as well take Lewis. Get all the excess damage. I think we have something really promising, and that splice over there looks like it will be really, really fun. We don't care about the cat and the infinite sacrifices. Let's actually re-roll this one. We want to see if we can get something high cost, since we can draw specifically for it and do a really big squirrel setup.
We need duplicates. 1 for each of us.
I think the only card we have that would satisfy this would be the... Interesting. The wolf should do just fine. After all, 6 damage.
You may want to avert your eyes. You now have but 1 wolf. Is it stronger?
On to the next fight we go.
The trapper sat but hunched beside one of his traps, slowly cracking it open. He gingerly removed a mangled hair from the steel teeth, but left the trap unhinged.
Ye shouldn't have come here.
Alright, start drawing. We'll want to attack diagonally, but we don't have any cards to handle that. Luckily, we can go ahead and basically draw our Gek as soon as possible. Who can take the sacrificial hits just fine. deck will go in opposition to the strange frog here as... Yeah, we'll be sacrificing it soon enough. The rabbit pelt can block an attack, so we'll put that there. Pick a squirrel, block an attack, and draw me one specific card. For now, we can actually focus on just tiny barriers to oppose the strange frogs here. Gek gets destroyed, card moves up. Squirrel can go here. I forget, does Lewis have flying? No, he just shifts into different spaces. Where is... Let's go for Stinkbug here. So you found the stunted wolf. I have seen this play out enough times to know that a plan is in the motion. Make haste. Gek goes here. Stinkbug, you can buy us just a couple of turns. That's all we need. Give us another squirrel, tank an attack. Really, we'll just set up some defensive barriers with all the pelts first. We'll want to settle some damage pretty quickly here. Let's see if we can get ourselves one of our bulkier minions now. We'll probably be sacrificing the squirrel this turn. Now, once we get this raven out of the way, we will have opened one of his lanes. It's not likely he'll have 4 attack immediately, so... Best card goes here. Sacrifice these 2 for a wolf, who will oppose the raven, and then immediately just place the Gek down again. Squirrel, as always. And elk gives us a pretty decently sized card here. We should have plenty of damage to tip the scales back towards us. Welcome, Ajoy. Glad you made it.
Ah, it is the end of my turn. Let's trade. I hope you brought pelts. Because these creatures are prepared to rip your throat out. Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest will stay and fight for me.
We're mostly concerned with higher damage here, so I'll take the moose buck, the grizzly, and the great white. We still have quite a few pelts, even. So, turning in pronghorns so that you... We get diagonal attacks from the elk here. And still one more pelt. I'll take the burrowing raven. Master of ground and sky. Very well. Draw me another important card. Something with a nice big cost. Goes here. And we don't have to think about sacrificing him just yet. Although, if Stoke gets out of here for a turn... Make way for the Godwolf, indeed. Draw me a card. Well, once the opportunity presents itself, but it's not like he has any chance here, does he? Running out of teeth, are ya? Wonderful run.
You will not perish quite yet. Perhaps one of these will entice you. The eternal serpent. Death strengthens it forever.
Curious. That can reduce our board size of smaller minions, but... You know what, let's do it. Let's see if we can jump ahead on our Gex strategy here.
Mystery.
If there's a card we need to remove from our side of the board, we can essentially pay 2 sacrifices there. Let's cycle through cards quickly so we can get rid of a smaller minion and replace it with a larger one, since we'll be stacking it up with the Gek.
The mystery of the trapper and trader occupied your thoughts as you wandered onwards. A light in the distance caught your eye. Let me think.
Let's make ourselves a sacrifice here. See if we can go for a very powerful card. Or, more importantly, let's actually look at our selection of sigils here first. Blah, blah, blah. Just place that there for the moment. Let's steal the Ouroboros sigil. And who should we put down here? Do we want little more gadgets, or... No, the wolf is an absolutely huge minion, and we have a way to basically play him forever if we keep this up. Buff our strongest card. Friendship ended with Godwolf. Ouroboros is my new best friend. Friendship ended with Ouroboros. Ouroboros Wolf is my new best friend. Now that Godwolf is actually unkillable.
The warm light of the cabin cut through the thick fog. Surely your tribulations ended here.
Now we know the woods here are some sort of a pacing tool. So be careful. Again, doesn't look like we'll be going off in any direction. Getting rid of Ouroboros immediately. Now, let's get an examination of our deck. getting the right boon here.
A rare opportunity arose. The great boons of Leshy's
That's his name, Leshy.
woods were an offer. Trial of the Winged. Trial of Skins. Trial of the Ring.
We have quite a few pelts still.
Let the trial of skins begin.
Well, there we go. First card drawn.
Success. You may choose one boon. Ambidextrous, boon of goat's blood, or boon of the Bone Lord.
We do want to be careful about the cards we draw, but if we draw extremely quickly, we set up our strategy as immediately as possible. Especially since our squirrels let us search through the deck. Swift, Rarity, Bend. I think Rarity gives us our best chance here.
Ah, Gek is a rare card.
Is that the first time his name was mentioned? Thought it would have been slightly later. I did actually have a spoiler. When I started up the game the first time, it had his name listed in the achievement where you defeat him. So I guess I already had that spoiled a bit for me.
My most powerful boons. Boon of the Forest. Boon of the Bone Lord.
We're still looking to draw basically any card, and I don't really know that we need Great Furs, right? But if we play it slow, we can start setting up. No, let's actually get ourselves a barrier. This will be interesting. I might have just doomed myself as we are drawing for a deck very quickly. Therefore, we might reach starvation before we defeat the moon.
2 boons. Impressive.
That might be an issue with the ambidextrous since we'll have starvation happening.
You're back. Sit.
Well, looks like I'll have to beat him again.
Oh, how I relish this moment. Two flames will not suffice this time.
Let us begin. Moleman sets up as a barrier for him. We can't sacrifice any of our Grand Furs, so we'll just block plenty of damage. Get ourselves some lovely card draw. First, the Gek. As always. Right. Blocks a lot of our spaces, doesn't he? 2 squirrels. The other minions approacheth. We'll need to start drawing immediately. Let's get our big boy out here. Where is my wolf? Godwolf is not in the selection, it appears. So we can't draw through our entire deck, it looks like. Interesting. We will be drawing a lot of cards. This is actually probably something that could have made better use of the unkillable sigil, since we'll be having so many to use. Go ahead and tank a hit for me, squirrel. Oh, he's already in our hand. Never mind. Thank you, James. Yep, let's do squirrels, as always. Squirrel. Draw our big cards so we can get a head start. Gek. Place this here. Get our God Wolf on the field immediately. He was over here. And always leave one board space open, so that we may place a not very dangerous squirrel out there. Let's go ahead and get that alpha since we're building up so many tokens. We don't need to play anything, do we? We might want to start drawing from our regular deck, though. That way we have plenty of extra squirrels to be using on the side. Ah, very dangerous card approaches. This will be interesting right here. This actually lets the gold nugget attack the mantis god. First phase down.
The moon-soaked forest bed gave rise to shadowy figures, gasping for night air after their long and torturous slumber. Ah, yes, I remember that one.
Draw from our regular deck, keep those squirrels.
Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest will stay and fight for me.
I'll take all of your cards, thank you. Draw 25. I think we'll be just fine. We can end this game exceptionally quickly, after all.
This ought to work again. Oh yes, it still works just fine.
End our turn, everyone go ahead. Perfect. We get to start setting up some big boy damage. Nope. Here's the problem. We have to sift through our hand like this. Gek goes here, and we will sacrifice you for... He can't play Starvation once the moon is out, right? So we're not worried about running out of cards at this point, are we? I think not. Hold on. Hi, welcome. You know, we can just do this. Oh, yeah, look at that. 2 damage. Is there anyone that gives us a much bigger damage boon? Lewis subtracts one card from our hand, and I think that's still a net gain in attack if we sacrifice the Gek for him. That should be lethal.
You're not the first to triumph over the moon. But go on. Finish it.
And the last squirrel. Immediately we run out of our deck. Give me an entire dentist's office worth of extra teeth. I love long built-up strategies like that, so the scry off of those squirrels was incredibly powerful.
You had won the respect of the strange cabin's inhabitant. Your body quaked as the adrenaline of battle subsided, leaving you with a gnawing hunger you had not eaten for days. Is it not so?
Ah yes, the bizarre meat cake again.
Surely this food will please you. I took extra care in preparing it. Really, does this not meet your standards? Very well. Stand there. Who gave you that? You absolute ingrate!
Oh, we gotta be quick, don't we? Wait, back this way, and then we turn around and go through the door, right? What do we... Ah, because we did get the new game, so I guess that's the end of that one, then. New game. I was wondering why that was blocked out for the longest time. I was hoping we could have done something a little different, right? In the beginning, the world did not know cards. That is, until the day the scribes arrived. One of which is obviously Stout. Each had their own method of inscription to create cards. Grimora used her quill to inscribe the epitaphs of the dead. Leshy used his wildlife camera to capture beasts. PO3 used a particle scanner to copy the CPUs of robots. And Magnificus used his brush to paint his wizard pupils. With the cards created, the scribes had solidified their power, until one day, a challenger arrived to replace one of the scribes. My cat is harassing the door again. Let me check that real quick. Is it? choose a starting deck to mark your ambition. Well, I do like robots, we know that one. Your ambition is to replace PO3 and become the scribe of technology? That would mean we replace him. But we shouldn't dwell on this decision too long, shall we? I will do what would be the most Xander thing to do. The cards were added to your collection.
What is this?
Little bit of a different performance now, I see. Woof. I was just about to call it quits out here. But now that there's a challenger in our midst, it's back to work for me. I should be able to get this bridge fixed in... Full disclosure, it'll take me exactly as long as it takes you to defeat one of those scribes. So, come back later. So it doesn't look like I can access the site over there just yet. Let's just head back home, shall we? See what's going on at the cabin. No. No fish, no pass. Ah, that's the angler. That's right. And then over here should be our boy.
Dag nabbit! That dang hound got herself lost again! Ye think you're...
Am I clipping the mic again?
Ye think you're getting past? Think again! Not till I get some proof my girl's alright.
Perhaps a few cards? You received a beastly card pack. Muscle Mage. Love it, love it. Leapbot will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. So we have entirely new mechanics here, it seems. It was 273, right? I know because we dwelled on that one for a long time. You take a stinking pile of meat from the safe. This whole bit again. Another set of cards. Interesting. While Ruby Mox is on the board, it provides an orange gem to its owner. Can't be sacrificed. What a curious set. And stomp this bot real quick. Get out of my classroom. Lots of different mechanics. I'm excited. You wish to trade? It's the trader. Not for now. Let's have a conversation with our little, friend here.
Stop shaking. The only thing you have to fear is your own inadequacy. Behold me. I am Leshy, the scribe of beasts. We share a desire for you to challenge me. But first, I know what you're thinking. No, this is not my legendary camera. not the one I used to create beast cards. This one is a mere replica. You may use it to create photos of the beasts in these woods. My subordinates, the prospector, the angler, and the trapper.
The Trappler.
They each require a photo before they will consider battling you. Return to me when they are all defeated.
For the moment, why not do that? What do you want? Fine, come here. Come here. Ah, little rascal. Little cat just wanted some attention. Allegedly, we're supposed to take pics of beasts in these woods. I wonder what this little well indicates here. Ah, there's the hound, it looks like.
Well, I'll be damned. That's my girl. I'll let you pass me and into yonder pond. But, dagnabbit, first we gotta battle.
Yep, I'm PO3. Okay. Hearthstone time. I'm PO3, okay? You picked my starter deck. That means you have to learn to use energy. Do I really have to explain this to you? At the start of each turn, you increase your max energy. Spend it or not, it doesn't matter. At the start of your turn, your energy refills to the max. So it literally is Hearthstone. Get it? See that? You spent your energy to play the card, but you get it back next turn. Sick of hearing from me? Well, I'm sick of talking. I've got important work to do. PO3 is a jerk, but that's exactly what I want to see. You'll see me later. Oh, that's our little gadget, so okay, that's our intern button. Got it. 49er will move in the direction described in the sigil. A very thick droid, I see. So it really is just Hearthstone. This might be where I have some more experience to provide. We're going to want to make sure we have some damage, so get that attack out there, and move out of the way. No solutions just yet. Go ahead, sit out there, and block an attack for me. Get one of our thick boys out front. Should be pretty intuitive from here on out, I believe. Just put up our big boys and continue attacking.
Fair's fair. Ye beat me like a dog. Take this. Some say these here cards are better than gold.
You received a beastly card pack. What do we got? Ah, gives us an energy cell. But it requires sacrificing a creature. That's interesting. So we have a lot of different tribes with their different mechanics. Sort of like... You know, it feels like the different colors of mana that you have in Magic. Although I've never played Magic. Place the photo of bait on the line. There's our shark. Which means the angler should be pleased, fighting these guys basically in the same order that we dealt with the previous creatures. Or, as we fought them previously. Let's take a look at our deck here. Bunch of small minions here, it looks like. Let's go ahead and take that salmon out and replace it with one of these guys. Steam bots. Interesting. Make that deck a little bit thicker, shall we?
Fish. Fresh fish. Good. Still must eat.
And let us begin. Go ahead and block one attack for me. Interesting, we won't have any squirrels, so we have to depend on our energy instead. So we can't use our creature cards, can we? We haven't unlocked them yet. Okay. So it looks like we will be stuck with... We'll be stuck with our robot cards until we have a method to actually secure some blood. Right. In turn, get me a little bit of damage. And block me a hit. Well, the cat's left, so I can resume my usual position. Oil from robots qualifies as blood. Huh, that's interesting. So I can put you here. Interesting, we can just sacrifice other things. Alright, I dig it. Mole Man will block for us. Get another one out there, and just a little bit of damage should be fine. Get me another big boy. The thickest of droids. Ah, welcome, Kayla. Thank you for lurking.
You beat. You pass. First, take.
You received the beastly card pack, and... Curious selection. What have we got in here? Patches of dried blood crackled as you pried the chest open, but 2 packs were inside. Null conduit may complete a circuit but provides no effect. So we have some circuitry mechanics in here. And a mantis god, it looks like. Ah, we push this. Okay. That looks like a dog. Is that supposed to be a rabbit? They're in the holes, so I assume that is. And we can't interact with you, but it looks like it only hops in the area opposite of where we are. And a thank you. Take this pelt on our merry way back to the trader. You have brought a pelt. I am pleased. Yet another turn of the skinning knife. It is time to set another trap.
I smell the hare's blood on you.
And again. When an empty space would be struck, burrowing trap moved to that. Also, when burrowing trap perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well. A pelt is created in your hand. So it's the same as those, but it will move to occupy a space currently being attacked. Block a little bit of damage for me, Warren. We are getting close to having some trouble. We only need to stall for a couple more turns. Oh, of course. That sets it away from us. Come closer, you'll make a fine pelt. Right, so maybe a bit less of an issue here. Let's actually get ourselves some more decent... Right, we have some more mid-tier cards we can use now. Also, we don't really need the Warrens if we have some better mid-tier cards in here, do we? Mole Man is nice for the bit of defense. Mantis God. Interesting idea, but no. Let me get another leap bot. Mole Mans help us play defensively, and then we can... I'm not sure that we need the 49ers, but... Take out a thick droid or two. I wonder what the circuitry effect means. We'll probably be instructed soon. Alright, try this again. A few more mid-tier energy cards that don't require sacrifices should do just fine for us. Put you here, and... Oh, right. I wonder what that one does. Ah, so that lets us just turn something into the death tokens. Okay. Put you out here. Brewing Trap digs down and pops out to block. Take you and sacrifice you for a Mole Man. Burrowing Trap snaps shut and creates a pelt out of a robot? Or does that only work on creature types? I wonder. Everything else seems okay here, so we make our comeback. And get you out of the way. I'll have a steam bot. Let's speed this up just a little bit. Only 1 point of damage advantage over him. And another steam bot here. Get rid of the frog. And thank you. The trap has shut, yet the prey escapes, and the trapper waits for the next victim. You've defeated the 3 of us now. Leshy awaits. Bolt Hound. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an... Okay, so it's just going to move into block. Frank and Stein. I wonder if that's supposed to be the Mushroom Boys. That'd be interesting. Let's revise our deck. '49ers are a little bit behind. We'll take one of you. Maybe something else to help from a different type of deck. Looks like a lot of these have magic mechanics over in this section. Rixo, welcome back. We have just begun Act 2 here. I think 1 minion in there that works off of a number of death tokens should suffice.
You had bested the unhinged prospector, the gormless angler, the enigmatic trapper. You found yourself standing before your ultimate match, Leshy, scribe of beasts.
It's been going very greatly. The last 2 weeks of my streaming career have been my most successful so far, and I'm looking forward to more. So glad to see you return, and seem to be picking up quite a few regulars in this time. Although they might just be here for Inscryption. Who knows?
Your ambition is to replace PO3? Good, though if you do not defeat me, you will not get that chance. Steel yourself, for my beasts will show you no mercy, only fangs. Do not spare your creatures. My camera is waiting to capture them at the moment of their demise.
You just come and check the stream every time you see me playing something on Steam, which is just about every game, right? It's been a long time since I played something off of Steam.
And my beasts are famished.
Go ahead and block me 1 little damage here. And a 2.
I'll need a photo of that one's cost. 1 moment, before that one dies, I'll need to capture its stats.
So let's think here. And then it's probably going to capture sigils from the next one, right?
And finally, the sigils. That will do. The deaths of your creatures will form a beautiful mosaic.
We don't yet have a way to remove that adder from the field. So we will pass our turn here. No. No, we'll get this out on the field so that we can sacrifice it next turn, if need be. Get you out here to remove the adder. And sacrifice the leap bot for a little bit of defense. Ah, those adders are going to be a pain. I'll have you fight here. Never heard of this game. What's the goal of it? It is, so far, kind of a subversive title. It's a roguelike deck building game, but it has a couple of extra mechanics. I would recommend looking at a number of the previous streams, as this game is evolving over time, is one way I can describe it. There's a lot of different things going on. Place you out here, get rid of the snake, and that should be okay for the remainder of the battle, right? And there we go.
You won't be needing those. I have something better. You must like them, though the stitchwork is my own. They are your cards. Now we put them to the test. My beasts enjoy a varied diet.
So he gives me multiple copies of whatever we stitched together, I see. We should have plenty of damage, just fine. I have not played Dream Quest, so I have no idea how it would compare. Get you out here. And you can handle the bear. At least, block him for one turn. Indie game kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of card games have very different mechanics, so I don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh! Would compare here. I'm not sure that we really need to sacrifice anything just yet. So I'll place another one of these guys out here. Well, thank you for your attendance, Freakso. So glad to see you again.
The great scribe was incredibly bested. Far away, a light enveloped a long-forgotten monument.
One down, 3 to go.
You had triumphed. Narrowly avoiding Tooth and Claw, the Scribe of Beasts was defeated. That you were able to defeat me beggars belief. But now I must yield to you. My only regret is that our battle was so brief. Surely the summit of victory is made sweeter by a more arduous ascent.
More cards. Might be interesting blending some of these together. More cards. Another rock all.
Stop. What is that?
Ah, PO3. Welcome. I had to see your face after you lost. You're just so bad. It's no wonder we're back here again. I thought we would have been even sooner if the disc wasn't lost. Take a long look at this face, because you'll never see it again. I'm done being your pet, you stinking beast. Wow, he's rude. I like it.
I pushed it too far that last time. Why don't they see? To live as a beast would be the noblest thing. Even so lowly a creature as a stoat.
Got a little squirrel friend over there, it looks like. Someone a-sniffing around the table. I imagine that's the first area here completed. Let's actually check on our PO3 boy. How you doing, lad? This, looks a little bit spooky in here. Challenge me? Let's see your deck. Weak cards. Total lack of synergy. This pile really doesn't stand a chance against me. Look, I'm trying to finish up my conduit control list here. But the bots they're sending down the line are trash. Get those workers to send me something good. Tell them to throw themselves on the line if necessary. And please, have a decent deck by the time you're done. And so we unlock the other sides here. Really? The trader once more? Now here's some cards I could get behind. Let's do it. Insectodrone will strike an opponent directly, even if there's a creature opposing it. A meat bot and an energy conduit. Curious. Game inside of a game inside of a game. You'd be surprised what different mechanics you get in a lot of other things. Spore, for example, is essentially 5 different games inside of a game. So I guess that's a bit of a lesson in the energy conduit mechanics right there. Curious. Oh, okay, so it's detecting the amount on the right here is how much we need. There we go. That's gonna be interesting to figure out. More techno cards, thank you. Box module provides a green, orange, and blue gem. That'll be interesting for a techno wizard deck, which would be the most Xander thing imaginable. Empty spaces within a circuit completed by factor conduit spawn leap bots at the end of the owner's turn. Thank you for the cards. Let's check inside this one, too. Gamblobot. Pay 1 energy to set the power of Gamblobot randomly between 1 and 6. What's this one? After attacking skeleton perishes. But free? Interesting card. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some more packs before we do anything with battling someone. And there we go. So it uses the empty spaces. Let's think. So it sums these two up. Any of the empty spaces between these are summed together. And they replace the card underneath. And there we go. Ah, we gotta use everything, I see. And then that is a no charge. Well, that's interesting to think about. That's the one we just tried, literally. Set this over here. That one just nullifies the charge it interacts with, it looks like. Ah, Cave! Welcome. Absolutely delighted to see you. And we have to use everything, it looks like. There we go. Welcome, Doctor. I do have a potential collab with someone else lined up next week, but how about the week afterwards we start our run? Having a good time with Halo again, are you? At least I'd hope so. We can't pass. Let's go ahead and fight this guy. Ha 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 ha. What was that? I am the melter. They send me raw materials and well, you can see how it works. Not another word out of you. We must have a card battle. Ah, we didn't modify our deck with our new findings yet. Oh, phooey. Other creatures within a certain... Okay, so we use a lot of placement with cards on the side, I see. So we'll be a little bit behind to start with. Should have placed something on the left or right sides, I see. Well, we can deal with leap bots as long as we get rid of the buffing that they have. Might be a bit of trouble for us. go ahead and get you set over here. Ah, right. We'll need the energy first. Now we have a bit of time here. Might as well, while we have a bit of board advantage, just start pushing. And now we make our return. Just end my turn while we have the advantage here. Everyone attacks. Interesting positional situation. Might be a fun deck to build once we get to that point. Go ahead and push, and we should be good after one more turn. Unless... No, there's no way for us to sacrifice enough monsters to push bigger excess damage out here. So if this is a roguelike, it looks like there will be different setups that we have to do in order to get more damage out there. Which should give us more foils and probably better cards in the future. Assuming we ever lose and have to restart, right? Excellent battle. Now with that aside, what'd you wish for me? PO3 wishes for better bots for a scanner. That is difficult. You see, I melt the metal, but I cannot reprogram the stamping machine. Now, there is a way to send at least one new bot down the line. Yes, for PO3. Oh, I mean, he did say that they could throw themselves on the line to get some progress. We need 5 total. And then that nullifies the circuit. Okay. This will be interesting to think about. And we can't modify the 1 on the side here. Then nullify you. There we go. Indeed, Sanic, please do calm down. I'm trying to take a moment to think here. And another one. Let's go ahead and start by nullifying a 0, just because it makes everything else so much easier to work with. Actually, no, we will probably want a lot of those plus values here. Well, that was easy. Just pulling robots out of the sludge, it looks like. Scrap metal? Curious. Go ahead and get ourselves some more cards here. Seems... Mrs. Bomb? Fill all empty spaces with explode bots. That'll be fun. Kinda reminds me of boom bots back in Hearthstone. When Steel Mice is played, a copy of it is created in your hand. That'll be interesting. And you know how much I love those infinite source strategies. Just a couple of rewards and then we return up topside. And then we have the other fight here. Let's go ahead and revamp our deck a little bit. Don't really need so many of these vanilla cards. Let's actually just get rid of everything here. I will want those hero calls. Those basically accelerate us to a bigger deck or a bigger amount of energy sooner. Posture check. Factory conduits. We can't do too much with that until we have larger numbers of cards related to the conduit mechanics. Let's go ahead and get some bombs just for a good laugh. Get one of those because I will like having all that extra damage. We'll want a few leap bots to get us started with a bit of a barrier at the beginning. Gambler bots can potentially have a lot of power on them. We actually could try getting some big sacrifices out there if we do have conduits set up. Interesting. Though we can't do that for a grizzly since it requires 3 sacrifices. Unless we use the meat bot. Meat bot. Interesting deck choices here. Get a couple of those to top off our deck. Sure, Sanic, what's your pizza-related joke? And don't make me hate you for it. A lot of mid-tier cards here. We will want something smaller just to pace things along. Let's go ahead and just get another 49er for the moment. What is it? What do you want? Can't you see that I'm very, I'm very busy here. What? PO3 isn't happy with my output? But I am merely the inspector. To put better bots on the line, I would need to... Just who are you? To be carrying orders from PO3. PO3 would only trust someone with some semblance of card game skill. I am very busy, but I must know if you are qualified to give me orders. Interesting that they're labeled as their own cards. On top of that. Buff conduits are cards that we'll be wanting. That'll be fun. In fact, the factory and buff conduit strategy seems like something I'd do specifically. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a blocker boy out here. You can go ahead and attack the buff conduit. Why not? When Explodebot dies, the creature opposing it as well as adjacent friendly creatures are dealt 10 damage. That's actually very fun. Very capable of backfiring, yes, but very fun. Let's skip that turn and just continue attacking. Interesting, that sets up a potential defensive barrier more than an offensive one. Decent bit of damage. Oh dear, your message from PO3 must indeed be genuine. As I mentioned, I am a mere inspector, not an engineer, not a designer. I cannot send new bots down the line, but I can send myself. I am proud to have served PO3 faithfully. Well met, stranger. Sanic, I assure you I have heard every single one of these before. Leviathan, welcome. We have sort of a different bot problem that you could help us with. Ooh, that's a good card. Let's just get ourselves a pack. After all, I like having more options. I kinda want pizza now too, and I don't even like pizza. Replace one of those 49ers with bombs. Just because I love things exploding. So, PO3, how you doing? Did I lag? Figure out why they're sending me trash bots to scan. So we're not done yet. No, I don't like pizza. We still got a few more to deal with, it looks like. I don't like pizza in 90% of cases. There's a couple of specific places I enjoy it, but for the most time it's just... It's usually available from pizza joints where I am, and those always leave it way too greasy. I don't think there's anything else for us to do while we're here. Not down here, right? So then what am I missing? Ah, here we go. Conduits, huh? Two card packs. Let's see what we have in here. Ah, dude at the bottom. Okay, okay. Plasma Jimmy. Pay 1 energy to deal 1 damage to the creature across from Plasma Jimmy. Okay. Little battle cry card for 1 damage. Simple enough. When Shatterbug damages another creature, that creature perishes. Also, when creature moves into the space opposing Shatterbug, they are dealt 1 damage. That'll be fun. Interesting. You said there's a guy at the bottom. Oh, wait. This is a guy right here. Okay. I had trouble telling that there's a guy here. Okay, okay. Oi, mate. I know what you're here for. You're asking me to take a dive. But I can't accommodate you, mate. Got special orders, ain't it? Looking to dredge something special. We can duel, aye. Maybe even give ye something if we win. But I can't be taking a dive. PO3 will understand. No, you're hyping this up. I imagine there's a catch here. Get me some extra mana immediately. Know what, mate? Can't take me eyes off me work here. I'll give you... Okay. Here, take your pack. Never mind, you weren't lying to me. Ah, buff conduit. Now we get to have some fun. Now off with you. I need to concentrate. Oi! Is that... BO3's gonna reward me big for this one. Glitched, huh? Interesting. Get ourselves a shutterbug, buff conduit, and a couple of other conduits in here. 49ers are too basic. And... energy conduits. Null conduits... We've got kind of a high-cost deck here, it looks like. Leap bots can go. And another steel mice. There we go. Like how you can watch it go down the entire production line. So that's gonna be up top. Once it gets up there. Let's talk to this off with you. So he doesn't get sacrificed. Instead, we just watch it eventually come up here. Wait for it. Any second now. It's on its way. Slowly, ever so slowly. We might have to wait until it gets there before we talk to PO3. Should be the next... Okay, now the next one. Okay, never mind, there's plenty of space between points A and B. There we go. Not gameplay related, but lore related. See what PO3 has to say. Oh, but first, one more solution to pass the time. So we don't want that one to get damaged, I see. Get you out of the way. And there we go. It destroys the nullifying one. Curve hopper, good stats. Meat bot. Ah, more buff conduits. So we get to get rid of the less useful cards. Yeah, we don't really need the energy conduits if we're focusing on getting out lots of buffs. We have a couple of high-costing cards, but we might be filling up the rest of the board. The bots haven't gotten much better. But you battled all my workers? And you won? Give me that deck again. Wow, you beat them with that? Alright. Maybe there are some synergies that I missed. Let's go then. So they rotate. Interesting. At very least they ought to test your lane positioning. This one will require a bit of thought. Place you here as a blocker in... Ah, well that one's not even gonna interact with the inspector. We can't afford to take one more damage, so... I'll have to place a factory conduit here to... No. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, right, he has another card come up immediately. Well, now we get to reconsider how we're doing this one. I don't need better cards, I just need to think about this a bit more. So, we need to send out basically a lot of leap bots or similar cards first. Buff conduit. Think about this one a little bit. Those cards immediately attack. Place you here to block 1 damage. Activated ability, calm down. Ah, right, we'll need to pay 1 energy. Xander's deck has no bad cards. Indeed, it's the one my grandfather gave me. Alright. I should probably focus on thinking about the strategy at hand a bit more. But we can get ourselves a bit of energy like this and Gamblobot. Wonderful. Though unfortunately you are liable to die next turn. Or soon. This will work. Got a meat bot inside there. Interesting. And then we'll need to place something that can get rid of the Gamblo bot very, very soon. Or we could just destroy you before you get over there. Or we could try to gamble it to a lower value. Excellent. We can't reposition cards already on the table. Every empty space. Okay then. I guess that wipes the entire board. I thought it would have only been the 4 spaces on my side. Well, so many new things to learn every single failure. So does that mean we can place things on his side, and then they move over to mine? Okay. So I can probably... Oh, so... So I can't place them over there, but if I use a Mrs. Boom, then it fills those spaces. I'll take the bit of energy, thank you. Get a blocker up here. So those are all going to perish. Not much of a play we need to be doing just yet. Alright, now... Sadly, I never actually found another copy of you in Act 1. Steel Mice reproduces, dealing 1 damage to Melter, and then... So let's think about this one. You'll attack, then you move over here, and 1 thing from here moves over here. So we'll probably just use another steel mouse there. Indeed, we're not really going to get conduit setups until... I'll just play this a little slowly for the moment. I'll take another one of those. Meat bots sadly do not really do much for us. But we can hammer them down. Like so. Really, that didn't get rid of the explode bot back there. At least it doesn't look like it. Explode bot's going to be very dangerous. We need some damage in there. And very soon. Alright, buff conduit. If we place something here, null conduit, that does get rid of the explode bot there. And the meat bot over here, which we're not too concerned with. Alright, interesting strategy. With these two together, we can place a Gamblo bot here, try to roll you for some very high damage. And that should be fine for now. We'll preemptively place a buff conduit down here. Oh! So that adds on to... Never mind, we had lethal. That was lethal. Scanner's online. Which card to scan? Just kidding. Obviously the one with the best stats. The stat line could be better. Your move. Let's get some damage out there. So... we can reroll Gamblo Bot. Let's try to get that a smaller amount. That will do. And we can still pay relatively slowly here. Indeed, we're not even gonna need another conduit just yet. So what's the uh-oh there for? Have I made a misplay? Because I still don't know what's going on here. Roll me a high number, and... I think we'll be doing just fine here. Thought it was going to be a 6-1, but it turned out to be a 0-1. Simple enough. We'll be fine, just for the meme. Get us some extra damage here. Well, thank you. Nice luck you had. Guess playing a perfect game is no match for good RNG. Oh, he's a salty robot. Upset that he lost. I guess he won. And you've even decided that I am the scribe you will defeat. As if you have a choice. Decent set of cards here. Another curve hopper. We might actually add those to our deck, since it would be good to have some bulky vanilla stats rather than weird strategies. Low battery. So what have we got halfway through here?
I think I've just got to send it.
Guess we're doing our watch along
Whom
again.
it may concern. It's a bit formal. Hello there! Exclamation point. My name is Luke Carter, and I'm a fan of your collectible card games. If you've ever taken a look at my YouTube videos, you will know how appreciative I am of the merch that you've sent me over the years. So it was a great surprise to learn that there is a digital version of Inscryption. I think maybe one of my fans pranked me and buried a copy in the woods near my house. Upon further research, however, I have not been able to find any record of this game. Is this some kind of elaborate hoax?
What a weird game.
Any trace of this game? Is this some kind of elaborate hoax? The game doesn't seem like the work of a prankster. It at least appears professionally made.
Got an hour until you clock out. Pop, drop by to say hi. Welcome, Papili. I'm actually thinking of terminating the stream after our little
Good enough.
cutscene run here.
Sent.
I have a couple of other plans I need to be getting to. But I'm so glad to see you, and from YouTube, funny enough. Normally you're here on Twitch. Welcome.
Hey card gamers, I'm the Lucky Carter, and this, well, it's a bit of a strange video.
I'll say.
It's actually more of a question to my audience. As I've learned over the years, nobody knows card games better than you guys do, so I'm hoping someone can help me out here. Did anyone ever play an Inscryption video game?
I mean, I'm doing that right now.
Hear about it? I'm talking about that vintage one-set card game I opened packs for last week. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I don't want to get in any trouble here. I think I've got the only known copy of the digital version of Inscryption. I've been filming myself playing it, and it's weird, guys. I don't want to get in any hot water by showing the footage, but can someone please prove me wrong? Please tell me someone has a copy of this game. I have been looking online for days, and I cannot find a word about it. I reached out to the publishers, hoping maybe they would get back to me, but as a fallback, I got you beautiful viewers.
And you, class, you are also beautiful.
That's it. That's the video today, guys. Thank you so much, as always. And, oh yeah, what the fuck is the card?
Of course, it's blacking out his eyes and his mouth, and it's going to turn out it's some haunted card game. Digital
Mr. Carter,
version.
we have received your inquiry regarding a digital version of our intellectual property Inscryption. I can assure you that no such software exists in any official form. However, if you have indeed come into possession of proprietary Game Funa hardware, you are compelled to return it to us under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act.
Huh?
The hardware will be considered stolen if it is not returned to us within a reasonable time frame. Please carefully package the hardware and paste the attached shipping label to the front of the box. You may mail the package at a local post office. We would like to avoid taking legal action in your case, so please do not delay in returning the proprietary software. Sincerely, Game Funa, Customer Happiness Department.
Customer Happiness Department.
What the fuck?
I have the exact same sentiments, class. What the F-bomb? I mean, you already know I'm not afraid to say it, but I feel like YouTube might actually recommend you or give you fewer impressions. You have 80 now. I actually have 80 yesterday, funny enough. I think Sanix subscribed with an alt. I have no idea. After you get past the first 30 or so, it stops telling you that you have new subscribers. Or it stops telling you who subscribed. So at this point, I have no idea who's showing up.
I think this woman's actually from Game Funa. She came to my door yesterday, and I didn't answer. This time I'm gonna record it. Hi!
Hi there. I'm floppy disk for a game called Inscryption. I was told you came by a copy of it somehow. Sound familiar?
No.
No?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Really?
Inscryption, you said?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Really? Because, apparently you emailed us about it. You are, Luke Carter, right?
Oh.
You know the luckycarter@gmail.com?
Yeah, you know what? That's, I am Luke Carter, but that's not my email address.
Really? Because, I just noticed because I've seen your videos.
Oh.
I'm a big fan.
Well, thanks for watching.
They certainly got the awkwardness down, right? That would be
Listen,
a very
how
intimidating
did you know where I
situation to be
live?
in.
Exactly.
My boss gave me your address.
And how did you get past the side gate? It's locked.
Okay, Luke. I'm going to give you my business card. And if you remember anything at all, feel free to give me a call. Okay?
Will do. Take care.
The kind of a situation like that can definitely get very scary. I don't think I've ever been in that one specifically.
What the fuck?
Ooh, we get a double here. Wasn't that one not in error previously? I feel like that one's been wiped over. Or perhaps I didn't notice.
Hey there, card gamers! I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is another pack opening video. Today I'm opening Secrets of Legendaria, hoping for that sweet, sweet foil Valamir.
And it's gonna be inscription cards inside that pack. And then nothing in this one either. Appropriately. Well, what a curiosity we have here. I'm, gonna let that one sit for a while. Well, I understand why everyone's pushing me towards this game. We have a couple of different oddities happening here. Look forward to it next week, probably on Monday again. You know how I usually leave. I think that's going to be a thing that I'll do permanently, is usually on Sunday. I haven't yet figured out how my week's going to go. And the beginning of it will definitely determine how I'm feeling for the remainder, so probably even if I don't post a schedule by Monday afternoon, always expect something on Monday at 6 p.m. CST, as basically I've been doing for the past few months. I think that's a good routine to be in. From there, I'll be able to figure out a schedule for the rest of the week. So expect Inscryption then. Tomorrow is Guilty Gear, and Saturday, maybe something, but that would be 2 weeks in a row that I've done 6 streams in a week, which I'm still having fun with it. Definitely getting a lot of new subscribers, and this has been, so far, a much better month for me than basically ever before. Definitely enjoying 2022 so far, and I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. Class is dismissed. I will hopefully see you all, or most of you, tomorrow for Guilty Gear at 8 p.m. CST. Thank you everyone for your attendance. Papili, Error, James, Kayla, no, you, Leviathan, Sanic, as always. Dr. Cave might have already left us. Rigso, been a while. We have a lot of folks coming back after such a long time. Kai. Ah, Kai's still here. Well, thank you very much for your attendance. Ah, and Ajoy. I'm glad to be a good professor to all of you. And wow, we're having a quite reliable series of regulars here. Guess I'll start advertising more if you've all come to appreciate me so much as I've appreciated you all. Thank you. Oh, you know we gotta have a stinger, so, what the fuck? Hold on, that one was a bit too nasal. Let's do that a bit more for the throat. What the fuck? See you all tomorrow, everyone.